You're right there. YouTube is Crackoon again. You know what? Fuck that. Bring you another gameplay slash commentary. Mirage, Peacekeeper, free attachments, suppressive adjustable stock, extending mags, ghost, scavenger, extreme conditioning, smoke grenade, C4, orbital VSAT, Lodestar, swarm. BOOM! Getting on with it, doing on with it. Beasting some people off, man. Getting on with it, whatever, doing. I don't give a fuck. Serious topic. May become a new series, may not. Just gonna get straight into it, really, to be fair. Give you the whole rundown of the story. Everything like that. I've already fucked up there. I'm not even like into the first sentence and I can't fucking get my words out. I'm taking a drink. One sec. Not even into the first sentence and I'm already fucking it up. But back down to my point. Back down to the serious tone. The serious tone. So we talk like this, and it's all serious. Oh yeah. Look at this tone. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing some of these words. No, I don't got it. Be on the point. Boom! Right. YouTube gaming commentating, YouTube game commentators. What is this? You know, I've been thinking about this shit. I've been thinking about this shit a hell of a lot, and I'm just gonna run you down for the whole story. Boom, from the beginning, 2010, some shit like that. I got into YouTube game commentating, whatever like that. I got into YouTube commentating. I'm just gonna call it YouTube commentating because it's always gonna be related to gaming if I'm talking about it. Beyond the point, I got into YouTube commentating for the simple fact of one, I was seeing other people's content. I was thinking, you know what? I think I could provide better gameplay than that. And over time, I imagined that I could become a better commentator, if not as good of a commentator as some of these other people that have been doing it for years. And I know that's a big claim, but I think that's essentially, you know, that's human will. Just essentially the necessity to strive and to be able to do better and do something that you want to do, like, you know, knowing that you're interested in the subject and knowing that you could essentially want to do this and improve upon it and, you know, become a better gaming commentator per se, you know. At the time, I wasn't really thinking about who I wanted to do this for, you know, anything like that, what I was essentially doing it for. At the time, it was all about me. It was what I wanted to do as a hobby for myself. I wanted to prove my gameplay better than some of these other people out there that you've been seeing. And I wanted to ultimately become a better commentator into the fact of me help other people to become a better player, as well as understand my strategics behind, you know, the way I play as such. And I mean, I'm going to say this, and I mean, everybody's playstyle is unique. Nobody makes the same move, like, as the same as the next guy. You know what I'm saying? Everybody makes, whether it's like a fraction of an inch, or if it's like a completely 20-meter different flank route, you know. Nobody makes the same move. Everybody's gameplay is unique and shit like that. So, you know, this was the kind of scenario that I wanted to do, and in some sense, I think I did achieve that. I think I helped a lot of people become better players. I think, you know, I gave out a lot of tips. I helped a lot of people understand the strategics of playing COD and, you know, different maneuvers of actually, you know, per se, real life kind of tactics that military personnel would use, you know, maneuvering around cover, you know, ADSing around corners, you know, staying close to cover, you know, knowing your surroundings, spatial awareness, all that kind of shit, you know. I felt like I did give a good insight into that. So, you know, in some sense, I feel like as if I did accomplish that, but now I'm at the stage where it's like I've been doing this for, what, 2-3 years now, and I'm failing to see the point of it. I mean, along the way, it's like, you know, you make relationships, you meet people, you have good times along the way and shit like that, but ultimately, what does it come down to? Relating towards YouTube gaming and shit like that. This is the whole point. This is why it's kind of like an epiphany to me, right? Because, you know, people can say they want to get into YouTube gaming, commentating or whatever, for doing it as a hobby, but ultimately the means to an end is get a partnership, start earning money from it. There's no ultimate goal in YouTube commentating except that. There's no other way to achieve a higher status of representation by doing something like that. You know, and this is kind of like the epiphany that's come to me. Is that the stage where I'm at now? Do I really need to be grinding to earn a partnership? You know? And at the same time, it's kind of like, no, well, no, because there's still out there that are people of the free, you know, for the public and shit like that. You know, it's the kind of scenario I'm looking at it now anyway, and it's like, I could keep on doing this for the rest of my life as a hobby, as such. I don't essentially feel the need, like, you know, people that start YouTube commentating to end up getting a partnership as the final, like, outcome of it. You know what I'm saying? It's just a weird game. That's like the ultimate epiphany that came to me, because that is essentially the ultimate achievement possible from a YouTube gaming commentator, is to be represented by a company that's willing to pay you, and you're willing to, you know, have their name represent you, as well as you be like an employee of theirs and uphold their, you know, their standards or their name or, you know, their honor or whatever it is. So, you know, it's weird, man. It's weird, and I think it's weird that nobody really in the YouTube community has ever done a commentary like this, per se, that I've seen anyway. You know, I mean, there's obviously been commentaries out there where people have spoken about similar scenarios such as this, and I mean, obviously their commentaries have probably missed things out, the same as how I'm probably going to miss things out in my commentaries. So, you know, I'm speaking from the top of my head. I'm speaking from the mind. I'm not speaking from the heart. I hate that bullshit. People say you can speak from the heart. The heart doesn't fucking talk. You know what I mean? Well, not that your fucking mind talks, but, you know, you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. The heart doesn't talk. It's just a fucking... It's a muscle. It just pumps. You know what I'm saying? The mind... You speak from the mind. You don't speak from the fucking heart. Not even in love. You know what I'm saying? In love, it's like... Love is all fucking... genetics in the brain and shit. You know, whatever. Beyond the point. I'm getting completely sidetracked. So, you know... These are the scenarios that I've kind of been looking at. You know, this is kind of like... You know, I mean, I've not really been playing Black Ops 2 recently, and I'm bringing you this gameplay because it's like the only DLC map that I've not brought you a gameplay of. So then, at the same time as that, a little bit, you know, I've been crossing over to PC and shit. I've been getting a little bit adjusted, you know. So, you know, that's what I've been doing per se on my end, hence the slowed rate of content and shit. But also at the same time as that, you know, shit's been playing on my mind, this kind of topic, you know, reasons behind being a YouTube commentator and shit like that, you know, what I'm actually doing it for. Don't get me wrong, I'm still doing it as a hobby. I mean, I enjoy making commentaries, and I assume I always will enjoy making commentaries. But still, I mean, if I can't ask these questions relating to myself and YouTube commentating and what it is that essentially every motherfucker on YouTube, like, that thinks they're a gaming commentator is doing, you know, it's like, what the fuck? When you look at it, who are you pleasing? Who are you pleasing? I mean, I'm not one of them people that's like, oh yeah, it's fucking some guy on YouTube. This guy don't even exist. No, of course, he's a fucking user. It's the same way as if you're on the phone with somebody for like a business call or some shit like that, you know. The person exists. Just because you don't see him doesn't mean they're not there, you know what I'm saying? And it's like... shit like that, man. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. I mean, imagine if anybody that was making money off this was just like, you know, proper casual about it and just did this for free. And, you know, were for the people and a prophet of the people and shit like that, you know. That's the way I kind of see myself, is being a prophet of the people. I don't like to, you know, I don't like to abuse people, per se. I mean, I'll abuse people verbally, like for bants and shit, but, you know, as in using people, trying to use their resources, trying to take stuff from them that I don't have, you know. like jealousy and shit like that. I'm not interested in that shit. Doesn't interest me because ultimately, this is what it comes down to. YouTube is nothing. YouTube is nothing to me. It's not a living as in the same way it is for Woody's gamer tag. It's not a job that I'm struggling to uphold like it is for Wings of Redemption. It's not like a game that I've just come along into and just started earning bank and then I've kind of fizzled like fucking Advanced UAV because I appeal to the market because I'm a young ginger kid. So everybody can appeal to me because he's ginger. And because, you know, in some sense, that's the way people are. They'll appeal to him because, you know, he's got ginger hair. You know, so people think that he's a victim, which is completely, like, you know, stereotypical, I mean, per se. You know, well, no, is it stereotypical the word? I don't know, whatever, you know. You don't understand what I'm saying, though. I mean, it's like how the whole YouTube game works, because Advanced UAV is like a prime example, you know. It could be a scenario as in, it's like, have people subscribed to him because they see him as a victim? Or, you know, have people subscribe to him because he's similar to their, like, market range and stuff like that, you know, 14-year-olds that don't really have a footing in life, and because, you know, he's ginger, they'll think that, like, he's probably been discriminated in his real life, so that they can associate with him or some shit like that, you know. I don't know, man, it's weird. It's weird when you think about it, like, general populations of markets and shit like that, and people that watch you, and, like, you know. All I can say, yeah, chin up, people. Chin up. The world's going to keep on spinning. YouTube commentators are going to still keep on being there, but only some are going to speak the truth. You know how it is. Much love. Terry Tips. Much love. Terry Tips. Maserati. I don't know where that came from. Whatever, you know, I've gone over the commentary allotted time. 12 minutes. I think that will do. Look forward to new PC content. Peace!